great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
So a look at the starters for the Pacers. We've got Walker. Andrew Nembhard is out there with Aaron Nesmith. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Zubats in at the 5. And for the Magic, Suggs and Bane team up as the backcourt. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's De Silva in at the 3 slot. And due to some injuries, we're not seeing these teams at full strength, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., some adjustments have been made. And, you know, if the players stepping in can be effective enough, they might just earn an increased role on their team moving forward.
Now here's Suggs. That one goes. Count it.
That's the thing about Suggs, a footballer in high school. He gives you physicality in the backcourt.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Six to shoot. And stolen by Banchero. Pass to De Silva. Down low. Banchero no good. Indiana on offense. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Banchero against Siakam. Banchero in the post. What a tremendous game he played against Miami. Good.
I mean, 6'10", about 250, Banchero imposing his will inside.
And there's a pick. There's Nesmith with the 3. The shot off that time. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Kicks it out to Bane. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. The 3 from Suggs. Carter from outside. Indiana with a rebound. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Last game, their starting lineup struggled to stay on the floor. It just put too much pressure on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
Oh, an aggressive move there by Siakam, using the length to finish inside.
Outside Bane. Pass to Banchero. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Indiana trailing here. You know, Clark, despite winning 3 championships prior to the NBA days, the Pacers are still looking for their first NBA title.
Yeah, they've been close a couple of times in the history of the NBA, 2000 and 2025. They've had some really great teams over the years in the 90s and 2010s, and they came close last year, and I think they'll continue to knock and one day kick that door in.
Outside Nesmith. Pass to Walker. Siakam outside. Back to Walker. Inside. Just 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And that one's good. Siakam for 3. Siakam's got 5 points.
Hey, when it comes to his three-point shot, I think those corners are where Pascal Siakam is the most effective.
Pass to Carter. Suggs outside. No good on the triple. Indiana's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Nesmith passes to Nembhard. Back to Nesmith. Now here's Siakam. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Indiana. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. It's a 3-point game. Back to Banchero. Orlando moving the ball around. Bane, no good.
Soft defense in that mid-range area, but they got away with it this time.
Zubac passes to Nembhard. Back to Zubac. And there's a 3-second violation. And in that March stretch, some interesting things going on in the East. You take a look at the Magic. They're hoping to make some moves from the number 5 spot before the start of the playoffs. And of course, Indiana, quite a bit of space between these two.
When I look at Indiana, there's no doubt they feel the pressure mounting. I mean, failing to match those expectations from the start of the year is apparent.
And, you know, any fixes they've tried during the season have only compounded their problems.
Now here's Siakam. Give him 8. Outside Nesmith. Pass to Nembhard. Launches it. It's rebounded by Banchero. Magic trail by 3. To the paint. Tipped. Walker with a steal. Zubac passes to Nembhard. Here's Siakam. Up and over Carter. That's good from Siakam on the assist by Nembhard. That's 10 points for Pascal Siakam. The Magic have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Wendell Carter.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
Pass to Suggs. And here's Banchero. 4 on the clock. Orlando needs to get off a shot here. Suggs, no good. Indiana on offense. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Outside Nesmith. Outside Walker. Pass to Siakam. Fires the 3. Orlando with a rebound. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena. And they proved it that game.
Well, granted, 6'10", 250, Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, well, Paolo Banchero has the Seattle skyline tattooed on his shoulder, and he says guys from there naturally have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as some of the other places around the country. Being born and raised, my mom and dad from there, it's in my blood. Back to you guys.
A lot of pride in his hometown. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Nembhard. Orlando making their last shot. Pass to Nesmith. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Indiana.
This is what Nesmith does extremely well. Stretch the floor.
Outside Bane. Now Banchero. 3-pointer. Walker pulls down the board.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Pass to Nembhard. Siakam against Banchero. Shakes him. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
He's lifting up this team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. And here's Bane. Shoots over Nesmith. Bane, no good. Pacers leading by 8. Pass to Nembhard. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Walker, a screen on Banchero. Now here's Nembhard. Outside Walker. From deep three-point land. Orlando with a rebound. Here's Suggs. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Heat in Miami.
And not to be overlooked, his playmaking made a difference as well.
Now here's Walker. Outside Neesmith. Walker, a screen on Bane. Nembhard. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Well, it's clear he's frustrated. Just needs to slow things down a touch and let the offense come to him.
And even if he isn't the biggest, strongest guy out there, Bane can still do damage inside.
Here's Nembhard. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Siakam finds Nembhard. From outside the arc. And it's Bane with the rebound.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Outside Carter. Pass to Suggs. Here's Banchero. That shot missing. Siakam with the defensive effort. On the wing, Nembhard. To the middle. Here's Zubac. Lays it up and banks it in.
This is where Zubac looks to score from. I mean, he's much more effective the closer he is to the basket.
Outside Carter. Outside Bane. Banchero outside. Here's the pick. Launches a three. That's his fourth miss in 7 shots.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Zubac with a screen on Suggs. Nembhard for three. De Silva with a rebound. De Silva's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Bane. Nembhard against Suggs. Count that bucket. 6 points here for Jalen Suggs.
A physical guard, Suggs loves working inside. He doesn't back away from the paint at all.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to talk it over with his guys. In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bane is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bane is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Batase's checked in for Carter. Wagner comes in for De Silva. Richardson's checked in for Bane. And it's Carter in for Suggs. A minute 4 left in the first quarter. Huff, the pass to Jones. Here's Shepard, guarded by Banchero. McConnell looking around. Toppin, a screen on Carter. Clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Toppin's shot is off. Magic trail by 6. Richardson, the pass to Carter. Now here's Wagner. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Richardson for 3. Gets the 3-ball to go.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Jones. And he lobs it up top. And stolen by Banchero. And it's Orlando on the break. Ball's going up the court. And the dunk by Wagner.
How about Big Mo Wagner? Never waste an opportunity to throw it down, big fella.
Here's Shepard. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. The Pacers out in front, up 1. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
On the court for the Pacers, we've got Obi Toppin, also Shepherd out there, and it's Huff in at the center position. Carter against Jones. Inside, here's Toppin, and a slam dunk by Toppin.
Getting elevated is something Toppin has no problem with. Give him airspace at your own peril.
Carter to pass to Richardson. The three ball. Indiana with a rebound. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Toppin outside, beyond the arc. Yes, and it's McConnell with the assist that time. And now a 6-point Pacer lead.
Toppin has become a good jump shooter who understands floor spacing.
And Caro outside. Batase with a screen. And Caro passes to Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. From distance, Paolo.
Responding nicely with his own three, Banchero. This is how competitive this man is.
Pass to Huff. The nice passing by Indiana here. Toppin against Wagner. And here's McConnell. Now Jones takes the 3. The rebound by Carter. Here's Wagner. To the paint. Here's Banchero. Banchero goes strong down low.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Well, Grant, we know teams are hunting triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little 3 happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
And Indiana with some changes. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Huff. Neesmith comes in for Shepherd. And it's Nembhard in for Jones. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Nembhard outside. Siakam outside. 5 on the clock. Oh, Siakam with the power and body control.
I would call those found points by Siakam. Just did beat the shot clock.
Pass to Batase. And here's Banchero. Neesmith covering. Banchero right side. Shoots over Neesmith. Goes back up. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, that play shows Banchero's strength and his determination.
Orlando shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
And now your Orlando answer.
Desmond Bane, he's checked in for Richardson.
Number 3.
And a moment here to see which shooting guards have been racking up the assist over the past 10 games. Desmond Bane, 3rd.
Yeah, and this is a group that really appreciates effective ball movement. They can create for themselves or anyone else on the floor.
Yeah, I think you've got to attribute it to the unselfish attitude that each of them has. I mean, sure, they're going to attack and make sure they get their points, but they get just as much satisfaction in racking up assists, too.
And Banchero, no good on that one.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
And Banchero gets it to go.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
Outside Neesmith, and here's Toppin from the arc. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Carter. Pass to Bain. Now here's Wagner, guarded by Toppin. And Wagner gets it to go. Wagner's got his second bucket on the night.
Going to have to bring more than that to slow Wagner.
Toppin, a screen on Batadze. Here's Siakam. The Pacers again can't hit.
Poor defense for sure, but the offense was worse.
They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's Batadze. No good, off the front rim.
Decent look from mid-range for sure, but that's not really his shot.
Toppin, a screen on Carter. A good look from Siakam. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Well, you know exactly why they let him have that shot.
Banchero surveys. Pass to Carter. Wagner inside. He's marked by McConnell. That puts him in the lead. Wagner's got 6.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
For Indiana, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Now here's McConnell. No made baskets yet. Toppin, a screen on Banchero. Back to McConnell. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
Wagner finds Banchero. He's off on that one. Excellent D there from Toppin. Indiana has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. The 3. And Indiana misses again. For Orlando, they've gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Knocks it loose and stolen by Nembhard. Down low. Here's Siakam. The inside look is good for the big man, Pascal Siakam.
When he is locked in like this, points just seem to flow from Siakam, no matter where he is on the floor.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. One thing about Andrew Nembhard, you appreciate the passion he plays with, Clark.
Yeah, I love his toughness. I mean, he just is unflappable. He's persistent at the defensive end, plays at his own pace, unafraid of the big moments, makes big plays and shots. I mean, you can see and feel his fire, even though he's not overly demonstrative in how he does what he does.
Orlando making some changes. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Batadze. De Silva comes in for Wagner. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Carter. Then for Indiana, Ivica Zubac comes in for Toppin. And it's Walker in for McConnell. Pass to Banchero. Now Bain. Shoots over Neesmith. And another miss by Orlando. The Pacers have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Walker's shot is off. Magic shooting a nice 50% for the game. Bain, no good. And for Indiana, they're shooting just 38% in this quarter. Here's Neesmith. Walker for three. It's hauled in by the Magic. De Silva's got 5 rebounds in the game. To the inside, Carter, and the layup falls.
This is where Carter Jr. is most comfortable, in my opinion. Feels like he can score at will from there.
Nembhard outside. Back to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Looking back at the start of his career, Siakam only took a year or two to make his mark.
And, you know, B.A., he's just the kind of guy we love watching play. I mean, you know what you're going to get from him every night. Tremendous effort and the ability to impact the game at both ends. He's consistent, reliable, steady, and he can be explosive at the offensive end.
The free throw off for Siakam. And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the second NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Orlando making their last shot. Outside Walker. Up top Zubac. Neesmith passes to Nembhard. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Orlando leading. On the wing, Suggs. He's guarded by Nembhard. Pass to De Silva. The three is up. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Suggs does a nice job there of reading the floor, finding the outside shooter.
Outside Walker. Here's Siakam, defended by Wagner. And here's Siakam. He's got 24. A nice shot by Zubac.
Zubac really has a good feel and understanding of how to work off of the screen. He can run these sets virtually in his sleep.
Now here's Bain. 3-point lead. Connects from downtown.
Boy, I like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, Brian. The Magic building up a roster of players who D up. Coach Jamal Mosley said, your culture is the type of guys you bring in, the type of people you have around. If you're a defensive team, then you probably have defensive guys. You can't be that and have all shooters that don't defend. Brian, back to you.
Yeah, they've got the personnel. Thanks a lot, Allie. An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Here's Bain. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Miami. Suggs outside. Inside. The shot no good. Siakam with the defensive effort. Pacers trail by 4. Pass to Nembhard. Outside Neesmith. Now here's Siakam. The teardrop. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got his 4th rebound in this one. Orlando moving the ball around. Back to Suggs. Pass to Bain. From deep. Indiana with a rebound. Walker's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Siakam from behind the arc. Yes, great play by Walker to set it up. Siakam's got 12 now in this quarter.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
Outside Carter. And that one is stuffed right through.
Cleared to fly. Here comes Mr. lifting off.
Pacers trail by 3. Outside Walker. Pass to Siakam. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
He is in a groove. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence.
All right, Clark, let me ask you this. What can other big men learn from Wendell Carter Jr.?
I like his steadiness. He's shown a maturity since he's been in the league. He doesn't seem to get too high or low emotionally. You need fire and competitiveness and physicality to play down low, but you still have to control yourself, and I think he does a good job of that.
And it's tied up with that one.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now here's Bane. He's got 5. Here's De Silva. No good on the 3.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Walker passes to Zubac. Siakam outside. Up top, Neesmith. Pulls up. And that misses. That would have put him up. Orlando has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Zubac with the steal. Now here's Siakam. 30 points in the game to the middle. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Magic. Between his scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Hawks, don't let a lack of focus steal one from you. Overlooking lesser opponents, but that's when they come and they bite you.
I overlook all opponents.
In terms of what? Height? Confidence? Both? Don't even answer. I know the answer. And let's turn to the game we've been watching. It was a fantastic first half for Paolo Banchero.
The defense hasn't had an answer for him. He's shooting with confidence right now, and he's converting at a high, high level.
But that defense has made it easy for him. Come on, show some pride.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Man, what can you say? Pascal Siakam, an impressive effort here today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And the Pacers shooting 47% in this one, looking efficient. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. Suggs and Bane team up as the backcourt, and it's De Silva in at the small forward position. So that's who Jamal Mosley starts the second half with. Banchero passes to Carter. Here's De Silva. There's the triple. Knocks it down from distance. De Silva's got 8.
Carter Jr. does a nice job there giving it up to his teammate, a solid passer at his position.
Pacers trail by 3. Outside Walker. Pass to Siakam. Zubac, screen. Lets it go from 14. Offensive rebound, Pacers. Nembhard outside. Off target with the three.
Well, he's kind of deflating their chances, and I know he really wants to help the team, but this is not the way to go about it.
Carter, good.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Good on the shot. Walker's gotten his first basket of the night.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Banchero outside. And the ball out of play. The Pacers will have it.
And you look at how they protected the rim, not their strongest suit. They'll get a block from time to time, but teams can take real advantage of them at the rim.
Pacers trail by 3. Outside Neesmith. There's a screen. Pass to Siakam. 4-3. Offensive board. Back to Nembhard. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Drains the triple. Nembhard's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Well, when you defend the Nembhard pick and roll, you're kind of expecting him to make the pass. That was a pretty clever move by him to keep it himself.
Banchero passes to Carter. That's in. Coming off an assist from Banchero.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Outside Neesmith. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Siakam outside for the lead. Another 3 for Indiana.
He's been terrific offensively. You can bet they'll feed him down the stretch, that's for sure.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And since we have a second, let's take a glance at which shooting guards have shot the ball the best from the line over the last month. Desmond Bane, number 1.
And I just love how he doesn't waste possessions. He doesn't force things. By and large, if the shot isn't there, he'll just make the right pass.
Yeah, and he's efficient and he's intelligent in his shot selection. You're exactly right there, but don't take away from the fact that he's a tremendous pure shooter as well. Even when he's got a hand right in his face, I mean, he makes tough shots.
Pure from three-point range. Bane's got 8 points.
They haven't missed a beat coming out of the locker room. A perfect 4 for 4.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Outside Neesmith. Pass to Nembhard. Over Suggs. The shot by Nembhard, no good. Orlando has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in after 2 consecutive first-round exits. The Magic now looking to take the next step.
You know, BA, making the playoffs was the first step for this young core. And now that they have some experience, they've added some talent too. So they're determined to continue to progress towards championship contending status.
What a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Pass to Neesmith. Now here's Walker. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's De Silva. Back to Bane. Picked by Carter. From down in the low post, it goes. Bane's got 5 points in the quarter.
Coming out of the break red hot. I mean, they have yet to miss a shot.
It's Walker on the wing. Banchero against Siakam. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Magic.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's De Silva. Give him 8. Outside Bane. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Neesmith passes to Siakam. Down low. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Zubac's doing major damage. Check that rim out, folks.
Now Suggs doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. Here's Banchero. Taking the contact. Banchero.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Siakam against Banchero. Siakam left side. Pass to Zubac. Nembhard for 3. That one is off.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Siakam outside. Outside Walker. Nembhard for 3. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist. Walker's got his 4th assist in this one. Orlando leading by 5. Suggs with it. Give him 8. Shoots over Nembhard and misses it off the right side of the rim. High post Siakam working on Banchero. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul. Orlando making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Here's Nembhard. 9 points in the game. Toppin, a screen on Suggs. Nembhard into the lane. Got it. Nembhard's got 11 points.
The defense had him confused early on, but he's responded in the second half with some assertive play.
Picked by Carter. Suggs, the pass to Carter. Suggs outside. 6 on the shot clock. Nice D from Nembhard.
Really good work by the defense to protect the rim and alter the shot.
Carter against Zubac. And Nembhard gets it to go on the assist by Zubac. And now just a 1-point Magic lead. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for Orlando. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game. Pass to Wagner. Payne surveying the D. Shoots over Neesmith, and that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
Yeah, really, Bane is more of an inside or outside guy. He has to adjust for the mid-range.
Outside Neesmith. Pass to Nembhard. Fades back. And it's Orlando with a rebound.
When you're wide open like that, no need to fade away.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Banchero outside. The 3 from Bane. That's good. And it's Banchero with the assist. Banchero's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Leading the charge. What a huge quarter for him.
Toppin passes to Nembhard. to the left wing. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Toppin outside. Pass to Zubac. Sinks that one from the post. Zubac has got 12 points in the game.
Took that orange right to the rack, and they just let him go by.
And here's Carter. Banchero in the post. Looking on Walker. And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
No stopping Banchero that time. I mean, he just muscles his way through the foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Looking at who's out there now for Orlando. Bataze's checked in for Carter, and it's Carter in for Suggs. The free throw drops for Banchero. Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10 wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have two of them, Greg.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Magic making a change here. And now a look at the sharpest of shooters during the last month. Here are the three-point leaders among two guards. Desmond Bane is second.
And as a rule of thumb, you always want great shooters at the shooting guard position if you can get them. Now, these guys are the cream of the crop.
Yeah, that's safe to say. I mean, these guys don't know the meaning of cold streaks. They're either hot, red hot, or sizzling. Those are the kind of shooters they are from downtown.
Here's Zubac. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Zubac is a legit 7-footer now, and he's got good physicality as well. He presents a lot of problems inside.
Indiana shooting their fourth and fifth attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
No good on that one.
And let's give Ivica Zubac his flowers right now. A tremendous finisher. He's become really one of the better two-way big guys in the association.
And the Magic making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Good on the second one. Magic leading by 6. Here's Wagner. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Wagner's got 8 points.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the three ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
They get it back. Zubac. Some solid D from Bataze.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Outside Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Wagner, the pass to Richardson. Over Jones. Richardson, no good. Pacers trail by 8. Toppin outside. Pass to McConnell. Outside Jones. Off target from three-point range. Orlando has got it going from the perimeter in the third. 4 for 4 so far. And stolen by McConnell. On the wing, Jones. Here's Shepard, defended by Wagner. Now here's McConnell. Here's Shepard. McConnell outside. Pass to Shepard. Here's the three. Orlando with the rebound.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in those possessions.
Richardson, the pass to Carter. To the paint. Now here's Wagner. He's covered closely. And another miss by Orlando. Pacers trail by 8. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Shepherd. He's checked by Carter. Zubac with a screen on Carter to the middle to stop the drought, and it's slammed in by Zubac.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
That was sweet.
Exercising his authority.
And so it's the Orlando Magic leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Obi Toppin out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's TJ McConnell. Then it's Shepherd. And it's Jones in at the 2. Going inside, here's Siakam. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
Boy, I love to see Siakam this aggressive, challenging the defense and forcing them to commit fouls.
For Indiana, Pascal Siakam. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
You look back on Pascal Siakam's career, you know, he came in a bit raw, actually quite raw as a rookie, but he never stopped working on his game, adding to it. A real development success story and a model for any young, aspiring pro player.
He hits the second from the line. And here's Carter. Up and in on the layup. Carter's gotten his first points in this one.
Oh, man, carving this defense to pieces with the drive. Well done.
Toppin, a screen on Matadze. Here's Siakam. Yes! And the foul! That's on Goga Matadze.
He's doing a heck of a job, and his offense is keeping them afloat.
At the line for the Pacers, Pascal Siakam. Shooting 1.
That's good from Siakam. Here's Richardson. Pass to Banchero. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Banchero delivers inside.
Well, I love Banchero's overall game because it's terrific. I like to see him taking over, too. As an alpha dog leading the way, going and getting his, that's impressive.
To the inside. And there's Toppin on the assist from Siakam.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. From the arc. Drops in the 3. And the Magic lead by 7.
Can't be thrown any better. That bounce pass hit him right in stride.
Siakam against Matadze. Siakam, no good. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Carter on the wing. He's marked by McConnell. from downtown. The rebound by Shepard.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
McConnell outside. Pass to Siakam. Doesn't go that time. Some solid D from Batadze. Banchero driving hard. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
McConnell finds Siakam. Outside Jones. Clock at 6. Back to Siakam. Launches it. Siakam hits from downtown.
When Siakam is assertive like this, I love it. I mean, knocking down these kinds of shots is huge for building confidence.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
He drops it from range.
He's had an amazing quarter, and they're still trailing. Hard to believe that.
Richardson, the pass to Carter. Here's Banchero. Yep, count it. Banchero's got 30.
Look, you can't forget the fact that Banchero averaged 20 as a rookie. We've seen him have lots of big scoring nights, and there's more to come for sure.
Siakam outside. Top and a screen on Batadze. Siakam for 3. Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got 8 rebounds in the game. Now here's Carter. Outside Richardson. There's the 3. Indiana with a rebound.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Toppin, a screen on Carter. Siakam banked it in off the glass. Siakam's got 45 points.
You know, even if this game doesn't go their way, I think he's got to be proud of how he performed tonight.
Pass to Batadze, inside. Here's Banchero. The rebound by Shepard.
I thought he had that one. I think he did too.
Here's Toppin. And he drops it in from the low post. And now just a 4-point Magic lead.
That's exactly where Toppin wants to attack you, inside at close range.
Carter, the pass to Richardson. And here's Banchero. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Banchero's got 8 points in the quarter.
The offensive talent, the ingenuity, size, strength. Banchero has a full book bag, folks.
Siakam for 3. The rebound by Carter.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
He shoots it. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Siakam's got rebound number 7 tonight. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Pass to Banchero. Soft touch off the glass. Banchero's got 18 points in just the second half.
Oh, he's dangerous right now. 5 for 7 in this all-important fourth quarter.
Toppin, a screen on Banchero. Back to Toppin. Here's Siakam. On the wing, Jones. Up and over Richardson. Jones misses. Magic leading by 6. Pass to Carter. Banchero outside. This one for 3. And Toppin pulls it down. Toppin's got 4 rebounds in the game. Back to Siakam. Orlando with the rebound. Batadze's got his 6th rebound on the night. McConnell with a double. 2 points. That one goes.
In the fourth quarter, he's gone 3 for 4. They've really needed it.
McConnell passes to Toppin. Now here's Siakam. Pass to Shepherd. The three. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got assist number 7 tonight. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Magic. Leading by 5. Uses the glass on the layup. Banchero's got 36 points.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And here's Shepherd for 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Here's Banchero. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Banchero's got 38 points.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Nembhard. 6 to shoot. Pass to Nesmith. Fires the 3. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Suggs outside. Outside Bane. Now here's Banchero. He's covered by Siakam. Fade away. Banchero no good. Pacers trail by 6. Now Nesmith. Now Siakam. A little 6-footer. Buries it through contact. Siakam.
He's trying to carry them back into this game. He's absolutely feeling it this quarter.
Suggs with it. Payne outside. Picked by Carter. Now here's Bane. Nesmith covering. It's off. Pacers trail by 4. Now Siakam fires the 3. That misses.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Bane! Booyah! He sinks the triple.
You got to D up Bane from the corner, or else he'll bury those shots in bunches.
Banchero against Siakam. And yes, sir! Matching 3-pointers. Wow!
Really love that this squad is trusting Nembhard right here. They know he won't waste a valuable possession at this stage of the game.
Payne outside. Let's loose for 3. Carter. Oh, impressive footwork down low.
Right there. I mean, Carter using his instincts and his motor to track down the miss and convert it into second chance points. That's just really good work.
Outside Siakam. Nembhard fires. Oh, the long ball, no good. Magic leading by 6. Carter outside. Here's Suggs. Puts up the tray. Knocks down the trifecta.
Getting more comfortable with his jumper. Jalen Suggs, no hesitation there.
And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Outside Nesmith. Nembhard outside. Shoots it up. Suggs rips down the board. 43 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Now Bane. Banchero the screen. Banks it home. Big shot.
stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Stolen by Carter. Now Bain jacks up a three. Money from three.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Nembhard against Suggs. So no problem for Orlando as they get the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.